It feeds a horror story inspired by Arab folklore narrated in first person. Chapter 1. The House in the Wadi. My name is Hani. I never believed in those stories. The ones, elders whispered, about jinn living in abandoned places, or cursed wells that fed on men's sins. He used to feed it. When I asked what she meant, she shook her head and closed the door. Chapter 2. The house was old but sturdy. The stone walls held decades of silence. Everything was coated in desert dust, except one thing. The old stone well in the middle of the courtyard. It looked clean, like it had been used yesterday. That first night, I couldn't sleep. Something about the air it was too still. Around 3 a.m. I heard what I thought were whispers. Faint, distant, almost like someone humming deep underground. When I walked outside, the well was dripping, but there hadn't been rain for weeks. Then I found a wooden bowl placed carefully beside it. Inside, raw meat, flies buzzing. That's when the memory hit me, my uncle's voice, years ago, warning me. If you ever see the bowl, don't touch it. Leave it, and leave the house. Chapter 3. Feeding time. I didn't touch the bowl. I went back inside. But the next morning, the meat was gone. The bowl was clean. For days it continued. Every night at the same time, the bowl would reappear, full of different things, sometimes meat, sometimes bones. Once, what looked like a dead raven with no eyes. I never saw who brought it. No footprints, no animals. One night, out of foolish curiosity or arrogance, I moved the bowl. I didn't throw it away, just shifted it 5 feet from the well. That night the whispers got louder, closer. My bedroom window, which had no hinges, slammed shut on its own. And at dawn, the bowl was back, but this time it was full of blood. And there were scratches on my door, deep ones, too high for any dog. Chapter 4. The manuscript in the back room. I found a locked trunk. Inside it, wrapped in cloth, was a leather notebook. My uncle's handwriting, trembling and uneven. It came after the drought. The villagers gave it meat so it wouldn't take children. I didn't believe it at first. But the well is not a well. It's a mouth, and it remembers who feeds it. He wrote of other villagers missing ones, of shadows that crawled across the walls, of dreams where a voice told him, feed me or bleed. And the last line before the ink broke off, once you move the bowl, it knows you're sent. Chapter 5. It feeds. That night I locked every window, every door. I placed the Quran near my pillow, recited Ayat al-Kursi, and stayed awake. But it didn't come through the door, it came from the floor. The wood groaned, split a black shape, fluid and formless, rose slowly from the cracks. Not smoke, not shadow, but something in between. It didn't speak, but I felt it. A presence pressing on my lungs, whispering in a voice that wasn't a voice. You stopped the feeding. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. My lips only managed one word. The thing recoiled. The pressure lifted. I reached for the Quran. The air burned cold and sharp, and I recited with all I had. And sometimes, even in the city, I wake to whispers at 3 a.m., the smell of blood, and I wondered if I really stopped the feeding.